Hello, welcome everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Why do we say that 3 times? I don't know. I am Michelle. Welcome to the Crafty Creators Community. My business page is Design&Vine, and I am the first creator on tonight, crafter. I automatically connected. Let me mute that volume so that I don't hear myself. Let's see. Here we go. Okay. Mute it on my computer as well. And I should see comments live in front of me. But just in case, let me come over here and I had typed something in here, but it went away. So let me retype that. Up after me is Crafty Peep, and that will be Tammy at 7 o'clock Central Standard Time, and I'm going to pin her link. Hello, 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 hello. Hi, Bethwen. Okay, I'm going to pin that to the top so you know who is up after me, and that will be Tammy with Crafty Peep. So I have some things drying, and I'm going to go ahead and turn you down so that I can get busy. There we go. I didn't even check before I went live to make sure my down-facing camera was connected. So small blessings in disguise. Definitely connected. And I'm going to show you what I got here. I'm extra thirsty today, probably because I need to be drinking water and not what I'm drinking. So we have this filigree heart from Hobby Lobby that I'm sure you've seen by now. Several crafters work with. I picked one up. I absolutely think it's adorable, beautiful. It was $2.99. I likely got it for 40 or 50% off. I'm also using this heart from Dollar Tree that I paid, sadly, $1 for when it was still $1. I'm using this piece of cardstock from Joann's stores, Joann Fabrics. And if I get to it, I'm going to craft something with my favorite Dollar Tree item, this cute little barn. And perhaps put a flower together. But that's if we get to that. I'm going to start working right away so that I can try to get to that, okay? And actually, I think I'm going to do my cardstock second, and I'm going to do my painting first. I don't need this, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this off. I don't need the twine on here. So I'm just going to go ahead and remove that, and we are going to find the good side and the bad side. Sometimes you can see burn marks like that from where it was laser cut, so I'm gonna say that that's the bad side, and I'm gonna use this as the good side. And we are using Waverly Ballet slipper that I have not even opened yet. Somebody started to here. Let's see. I can get this off without making a mess. And this is just a tiny bottle because I don't use pinks too often. And it was the only size bottle that Walmart had when I picked it up. So, all right. I'm going to grab a bigger brush and one that will fit in my little bottle here. I did shake this up ahead of time. And we're just going to paint this entire thing pink. And I know it probably looks very, very pale, almost like a white, but it is pink. Let me make this so I can see the comments here. Huh. Huh, that's interesting. I just had a message to either show or hide your comment, Bethwin. That's interesting. So the reason why I want to paint this a light color is the cardstock that I'm using is dark. And I want this to pop on the front of that, the color to show up a little better. So I'm going lighter. This is almost like a mauvey pink when it starts to dry. Hi, Tammy. I love this heart too. I love it. I love it. I almost grabbed two because I thought they were going to sell out. And then I thought, well, what are you going to do with two? So I just grabbed one. I tried to be smart about it. And they did sell out. But that's okay because... yeah, I think it's dripping through the other side. That's where those drips are coming from. I'm going to make sure I get full coverage on here. And I could have painted it white to make the pink pop a little more, but I kind of like the mauve that this is drying into. And it's okay. We didn't need to paint it white first. We're going to get enough color out of this. I love this heart. I'm thinking I'm going to use the risers as well, like I have before, to kind of give this a three-dimensional look off of, or maybe two-dimensional, I'm not sure which is considered. No, I got my scissors again. All right. So how is everyone doing today? I know the north central part of the country is going to be getting snow. Michigan and Ohio are supposed to get hit really bad. I don't know about west of there, but I know that you can talk, Joe. It's fine. You got a phone call. I know my daughter, who's in Cleveland, said she was going to be getting 12 to 13 inches. So I almost had the urge to drive up and be with her, kind of get stranded together. But then I knew I had obligations here, so I couldn't do that. So I'm just kind of going back over where the wood is showing through a little bit and giving that a second coat in the areas where I can.
How's the snow?
She wants to know about the cold cuts, Joe?
No, we're talking about how they plow her grass around.
Oh, Sarah? Is that her? Tell her to get on my live.
She is.
Oh, is she? Sarah Isabella, she sure is. That heart is so pretty. The design is everything it is.
So when they plow it toward your vehicle?
Oh, Mac and Ella. You are remembering their names. You are. Mac and Ella, where are they? I think they're downstairs because my older daughter is down there cooking. And you know a dog, they're going to be wherever the food is. So, all right, so we are going to let that dry. I'm not going to overkill on the paint here. I may hit it with the dryer real quick so that I can get the drying process started, but it's kind of already drying. What's she looking for, babe? She's about to have a lot of snow. Are they going? She worried they're going to block her in? All right. I'm going to let that dry while I the paint off my hands and get it off my board so that I don't get my second heart. It's not really going to matter if my second heart gets any paint on it, but I'm just going to try to be extra careful here. Let's see. It's like playing in the mud. That's kind of fun. Okay. Maybe I should wipe it off the other side. Just a little bit. So it doesn't stick to the paper. There. Alright. Now I went and did it, and I got paint all over my hands, so I need a wipe. Hi, Cordell. Sarah Isabella. Stressing to find a shovel. Well, if worse comes to worse, baby girl, go to Home Depot or whatever other, what's that other place? No, not Lowe's. I don't know if they have Lowe's. Ace Hardware. I know you have Ace Hardware up north. You can go there and just get a regular shovel. I mean, if you're worried, like, to get out from behind your tires because they might plow you in. That used to happen to us all the time. When I was growing up, we lived on a city street, and they would come and plow, and we were parallel parked on the road, and it would take forever to get on out of there. So, okay, so we're going to take this heart. This is from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to try a technique I have not tried before. I don't think we're going to need that. Well, I might need twine, but I'm going to turn this over, and I'm going to make sure that the white part on this is at the top so that I can put this on the bottom like so and trace it out. Oh, lefty holding my pencil weird. I'm going to trace it out, and then we're going to cut it out. And then we're going to use saran wrap to put this down instead of Mod Podge this evening. I keep telling myself I need to go to Dollar Tree to get some more sanding blocks. And, oh, yikes. Really, Michelle? I have more of this paper, so if I mess it up too bad, haste makes waste. I take my time. To get some sanding blocks. If I can finish a sentence without squirreling. So who else is getting snow? I'm so nosy. I always have to know these things. Why do I always have to know these things? Tammy, should I hold on to the extra paper? Or should I have a little scrap bin somewhere and keep my extra paper? What happened 2 times in 2 days? I missed it. Joe, you're not reading my comments. I thought you were going to read my comments, dude.
Oh, she said she sold it. He's packing up her extra silhouette.
Oh, you sold it? I don't know if this is worth saving. It might be, because you know what? I may need to patch a little piece right there, because I cut that wonky. So this method may not be my favorite method when it's all said and done, because ta-da. Yeah, so this may not be my favorite method. I may just Mod Podge this. I'm going to go bigger this time. and I can sand off the rest. I'm just going to kind of go like this to get my general shape. And then when I cut this out, it's going to be bigger. And my hands are not steady anymore, guys. I will be 55 on Sunday, and they are just not steady. They never really used to be the most steady, but they're even worse now that I'm older. And cutting something can be challenging at times, especially if it has to be, you know, spot on for some reason. So I just went wide around the heart, and it's going to look really crazy, but I'm still going to use the same method. I'm actually got to turn my little iron on. And put it on high.
So you're a perfectionist.
You think? I don't know. I was missing a spot, and I didn't paint the heart first, so it's kind of like, I mean, I guess I am, or I can be at times. I just didn't want that wood showing from underneath. So, all right. So now, what we have is a really goofy looking heart. And I am going to take Glad cling wrap, and I'm going to place it underneath. I'm going to place it on top of the wood, okay? So we've got our cling wrap. This is why this method isn't used frequently, I would imagine. It's not the easiest to work with, is it? All right, so well, no, I think I can get away with one piece here. Yeah, I can get away with one piece, and it's going right to the edges. It may not look like it, but it is. And then I'm going to put my heart over like so. And I'm also going to take parchment paper. There's the silly dogs. There they are. Look at your hair all a mess. He's messing with a blanket, and he's getting static all over himself. So I'm going to use my parchment paper on top. My iron is ready. Sorry about that. My iron is ready. And we're just going to iron over this, and what it's actually doing is melting the plastic onto the wood. And it's also smoothing out my heart. So I shouldn't have bubbles. But to guarantee that, I should have worked from the inside out, like I'm doing now. So the parchment paper is just so that I don't get my iron too close. Boy, this is noisy. So that I don't get my iron too close to the plastic and ruin it. This is my little Cricut iron. Tammy, why'd you sell your macaroni? Yeah. That's when you need to come visit me now. You need to come to the States and meet Macaroni. Calling him by his, hey, Midnight Scroller, I was watching you the other day. I was watching you do your scrolling of that cross. Oh my gosh. I would never be able to do that. Mine would not look like a cross when I was done. My hands are too shaky. Mr. Mac and Cheese. Yeah, Mr. Mac and Cheese. All right, so I'm going to stop, and I am going to check this and see. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So I'm going to leave my parchment paper over here, and we're going to take the sanding block, and we're going to go around the edges of this, but I'm pretty sure... Oh, I need some more over here. I need some more on this side. Some more melty. Maybe I'm not supposed to use parchment paper. It's on high. So let me just maybe go slower and allow it to melt. It's coming up over here. Yeah, yeah, she could make it. Shay, you can make it from scratch, but not me. My husband is not being a good reader of the comments. Thank you for repeating that. Were you? Oh, the heart one? Yeah. You could make it. I could not make that. Girl, it would not look like that. It would look like, it would be, first of all, it'd be like a bunch of little tiny pieces. It wouldn't be a whole heart with filigree like that. But I have every confidence you could do it, girl, because you have a very steady hand. I watched you the other night. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Let's see if this is working. Yeah, I just needed to go a little slower. All right, so let's see if I can get my lefty mechanisms going on here. So you need to talk louder, babe. What?
Go ahead.
No, talk louder.
No, I'll just read it.
I know, read it out loud.
Crafty Community.
That's Beth Wynn.
It's a miracle. Said just like Emma Thompson and Love Actual.
Aww. So I'm just going around the edges to break this off, okay? And it will. Hello, Jackie. I may have to go over this little section. That's all right. We got it. I think slow and steady wins the race on this one. The turtle. You need to vote turtle on this saran wrap. The slower you go, that's how you get the saran wrap to melt and stick. Yep. Slow and steady wins the race. I need more heat down here. And I can tell because it's bubbling and lifting a little where I didn't go slow. So, and maybe because I'm using parchment paper, you need to hold it extra long on there. I think we got it all now. Okay. Hello, how are you? I'm going to turn this around and cut off some of the extra. Ooh, my wood got hot. Because I can. It'll just make life a little easier as I go here. Hopefully I'm keeping this in view. Stop it. Hopefully I'm keeping this in view. The saran wrap sticks to your scissors, guys. Okay. Put that aside. Now, back to business. Back to business. Just going to fall away as I go. The bigger wood items are more awkward to hold, I must admit. They're a little awkward. Here we go. Or maybe it's my left-handed awkwardness. I'm going to have to go over right here. I'm going to grab my fingernail file to get in this little area here. There we go. Actually, the file maybe, no. It's good for the small areas, but not the big ones. So I'm noticing with the Saran wrap, you really have to come at this hard with the sanding block because it has to go through the cardstock and the Saran wrap. So it's not coming off as nicely, but it's still a good technique. Yikes! I'm coming at this so hard that my drink is shaking over there. You can hear the ice cubes rattling. So you gotta put your Supergirl tape on and get your super strength going. You mean like this? Does it make less noise or something? Is that what you mean? It's sometimes just easier to hold it upright like this. All right.
Sand it at least. I wish when people are sanding, they would at least rest on the table.
Right. Yeah. What do you mean, Bethwyn? I'm not sure what you mean because it looks like we're not struggling as much, or it might not be as much of a struggle. It's actually easier to hold it. At least that's my opinion. Okay. Gonna take my little handy dandy vacuum and I'm gonna get up some of the sanding mess. So noisy tonight. Why am I being so noisy, guys? It doesn't pick up the bigger items, but it will definitely pick up smaller particles very, very nicely. All right. That's enough of that. All right.
For effective sanding, learn and goal and so to speak, to embrace your piece. All the strength goes into sanding, hold it as well, I guess. At the edge, you go down. At the edge, you go down, it falls on the floor, but it's aggressive easier on it.
Oh, yeah.
So you hold in it, just the table is.
Gotcha. Okay, so we're not going to see this as much, but I am going to come at this again right here a little slower with my iron, which is still on, and get this secured down just a little better. Oops. And then got my glue gun on. The heavenly sounds of crafting. Ah, yes. I don't know, guys. Mod Podge may be the way to go. In fact, I may go over this with a layer of Mod Podge. I don't know what good that's going to do, but at this point, except seal it. Turned my iron off. And I'm at the 7:30 mark. I am going to go over this really quick. Oh, that's my new one. Here's my old one. Right here in front of me. Let me use my handy dandy bottle opener. And get my Mod Podge brush.
Husband says it makes me want to start ironing plastic.
Yeah, so this is just going to seal it with a matte finish, just to make sure. Get a quick layer of this on, and then I'm going to show you how we're going to put this together. Do you hear the pitter-patter of tiny feet? Oh, my fan is on, guys. I know you can hear that. I'm going to shut it off. I always do that. I leave it on by accident because when you have a Mac and you go live, it can burn, it can fry your processor. Unfortunately, they're not made for lives, so I do not recommend them for a system that you're going to use for going live and such, because they're not meant for that. And they'll tell you otherwise, because when I was buying it, they were like, oh sure, no problem. But no. Yeah, so poo on the saran wrap. I will never do that again. I don't like it. It's coming up over here, and now I've got Mod Podge on it, so there's nothing I can do about it. But I'm going to let that dry, and it'll dry clear. And I pre-painted some little wooden blocks, and I'm going to use those to elevate the heart. This one still has a wet spot on it. And I paint them black so that they are kind of like a void. I don't want you to see them. What did I do with my Mod Podge brush? So in a second, while this is drying, I'm gonna not good. And I may have done overkill on the Mod Podge as well. However, we're going to set this aside and let it dry. And I'm going to show you while that dries. That's dry already. And I apologize for my sniffles. I know they get to some people. So you've all seen these barns around town at your local Dollar Tree as I throw it across the room. So I have this barn, and I absolutely love barns. I don't know why I'm so fascinated with them. I'm a city girl. Did not grow up on a farm at all. But I took this one with the red on it, okay? And I painted it all white because I wanted the white roof and the barn red that I mixed a little white in. That's the brush effect that you see. I wanted it to look like that, like kind of like a wood grain. And at first, I was going to chalk February 14th on here in white, so that would pop. But then I saw these little signs, and I thought, how cute would that be on here? Just you and me, okay? Now, I could stain this, but I kind of want to paint it white really quick. Really quick. And let it pop off of the red background. So I'm just going to take you and me, and give this a quick coat of Waverly white. And I painted the barn in Tuscan Red. Yep, Tuscan Red by Apple Barrel with some Waverly white mixed into it. I'm not going to be particularly picky about the edges, but if they present themselves, I will paint them. Like, I'm not going to worry about getting into all the little nooks, because the rough look is okay with this. Isn't it cute? I love this. I love this little sign, and I love the barn, so the two loves had to go together. This barn is so cute, so cute. So up next is Crafty Peep, and then Indiana Jones is after Tammy, after Crafty Peep. So, and then Kristy with Kristy's Crafty Cottage is after Indiana Jones. Okay, I heard you. Thank you. Me, I'm not going to be nitpicky about the inside, and I'm being nitpicky about the inside. Okay. So, dry Mod Podge on command. I need you to dry. So don't use the saran technique. I don't like it. Well, I mean, you can use it, but I'm not recommending it. No, sir, buddy. If you want to go see Papa, go downstairs. Don't sit there and do your little annoying bark. Like, come back. No, he doesn't need to come back. You go see him. Lazy bones. Lazy bones, lazy bones. So he wakes us up in the morning by doing this little tiny bark, and you can, like, you know, be really tired, and that noise. I don't know if you heard that, but that, no, stop it. So during the day when he does it, we're like, just stop, because it can get really annoying first thing in the morning. When you're like still groggy and you're like, no coffee yet, no, you know, anything yet, no life yet, and you're just like, dog, really? I would rather you all out bark than do that little annoying little noise that you do. Okay, this E needs to work with me so that it looks like an E. I'm going to take a smaller brush and just work it into that E to get the paint out. There we go. I'll get my bigger brush back and get some of these little clumps out. Bark, whimper, squeak. Yeah, that thing. That's a good name for it, actually. Oh my goodness. You're like, dog, please, no, it's not that time yet. Let Mama sleep. And then Mama gets to sleep because Daddy gets up with him. Okay, get a little bit of the top here. What's wrong, Jay? Okay. Look how cute that's going to be. It's going to pop right off of that barn. So cute. So, back to the snow thing. That's my Sarah, by the way. She will wait till the very last minute, like the snow's about to fall in Ohio, and she thinks, oh, I might need a shovel to dig my car out after all the snow we're supposed to get. That's my baby. In fact, I sent her a little meme this morning about being last minute. And she laughed at me. She won't admit to it, but she is. Yes, I literally have. I literally have. Yep, bring them up to speed. It's official. The saran. I saw it work. I saw the lady with Wilshire Collections do it the other day, and she swore by it. She was, and that's why I said, you know what? If she swears by it, it's got to work. Well, it worked for her. She must have really had saran wrap. I have cling wrap, so I guess it's not a cling wrap technique. It's a saran wrap technique. I had the wrong brand. So sorry. I didn't brand correctly. I did not brand correctly on the plastic. Yeah. So it is what it is, and I poo-pooed on it. It did not work. If I missed anything, I can go back and get it later. But I think we're good for a rough start here. And I'm just going to put my brushes in the water. And I'm going to kind of rub this to get the paint off the back. And I'm going to take the paint off my fingers. And we're going to put that on real quick. I'm at least going to get the wet paint off my fingers. If it's dried, I'm not going to worry about it too much. So many things I want to share with you guys, and I just don't. I guess I'm not a fast crafter. I don't know. Okay. Hit it with the heat gun really quick. Hit the Mod Podge really quick. Since I'm at it, right? Take my hot glue, put it in a couple of spots on my little sign here that are bigger. And I'm going to make it so that U is a little crooked and me is straight. Isn't that cute? I could even make a little round window or something to put up here, but I'm not going to do that. Real quick, I bought these on Etsy from a lady's shop. I'm going to see if I can put one of these together real quick and stick it on here. I'm going to take a pale pink one. This one right here. They're like, I could have done this on my Cricut, guys. I bought these a long time ago before I decided to conquer my Cricut. And I think I just start in the middle. Like you guys roll. So I just undid it, right? And I think I start with a little bit of hot glue. Lord, I'm gonna burn myself. I just know it. Start with a little hot glue right at the base, right? And then just kind of roll it. We'll see what kind of flower we come out with here. Joseph Anthony Borelli Jr. I can hear you. Y'all. So I'm just wrapping it around like so. Kind of like Tammy does her little flowers. Time check. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. What? I can hear you. Oh, sorry. Yeah, And then I'm going to add a little bit of glue on the back side to hold it. If I can grab the right tool. on. Well, I didn't do the center very well, but this is what I have. And I can put something in the center of that to give it a little something else. But I think I'm going to put this, I think I was supposed to roll that a little bit differently. Oh, that looks better. All right. So I'm just going to stick a little flower here. Actually going to give this a little dimension and put some hot glue there. Oh, I took all my allergy medicines today and I said, girl, you're not going to sniff. You're not going to sniff. You're not going to sniff. And I'm sniffing anyway. It's just, okay. So I'm just going to pinch that in the center with the hot glue. Tiny bit, tiny bit. Let's not go overboard, girl. That's how you end up burning yourself. I'm trying desperately not to, but I got too much glue on there. Okay. I'm going to make this come together, and then I'm going to make the other craft come together, and we're going to have two cute crafts. My flower stuck to the paper, guys. Okay. So I'm going to, I'm going to put my little leaves down first. 1. 2. And then my flower right on top. That is coming apart. There's my barn. My barn with the little felt flower. So there's the barn. Now I'm going, oh, I have an extra leaf. I don't want to lose this. Put it back in the bag. Close that up. Now I'm going to put my wood blocks down where you're not really going to see them. So I'm going to put one there. And one there. And then one here. And if you do happen to see them just a little bit, they're black. This is a hot mess, guys. This is all bubbles. So what I could do is show you how it's going to look and then use the other side and cut it out and just Mod Podge. But I want to give you what my intentions were with how this was going to look. I am going to put a hanger back on this. I have these huge Scrabble tiles that I found on Etsy, and I want to put these on here going kind of wonky like that, spelling love. And I could stain them first, but I don't know that I have enough time for that on the live. What do you think about the love? Should I do love Or should I put something like Hugs and Kisses on here? Or is that too busy? That may be too busy. I don't think that pops out enough. It still looks great. You think, Jay? I don't know. I could kind of put those like that. What say you? Love? You love the love? Okay, yeah, the Hugs and Kisses is kind of too busy. It came in the same pack as the You and Me did that I put on the barn. So that is my intent with this. But I'm not going to glue this onto here because this is a hot mess. Okay, I'll just be honest with you. I'm not going to glue that onto there. I have another piece of this paper. This feels like leather now. It has so much Mod Podge on it. And it is dry, but it's just way too bubbly to even try and fix. So I'm going to use the other side, and I'll just put a jute hanger on it, and I'll put this on top of it when I'm done. And that will be that for that craft. Got one more thing I want to show you. So I took another barn, okay, and I painted it white. And I'm going to take my ruler and this brown Sharpie, fine tip Sharpie, and I'm going to draw lines on it. If the lines will come out. Let's see. There. I'm going to make it the width of the ruler. I think you know where I'm going with this. The lines don't have to be perfect. Shiplap. Shiplap. We have shiplap, guys. And now you don't have to have words. These are Dollar Tree roses. I can just put a few Dollar Tree roses on here and call it a night. Maybe one down here. Maybe one down on this side. I'm going to go with this side. Like so. And we're going to put another one here. I told you I love me some farmhouse and shiplap and barns. I don't know why. Maybe I was born in a barn. No, I was born in a hospital during a blizzard. My mama told me this story many times. Guys, how cute is that? Just a plain old shiplap barn with flowers. All crafting things in threes, right? So we've got two barns, making life sweet, and we have our love sign. And in all honesty, if I wanted to scrap the other heart and just glue these on, let me turn this toward me. So if I want to just glue these on, right, and put glue in each corner, make sure I'm getting all the spots, and do L, And the word love apparently is worth 5 points. O V. No, 5, 6, no, 4. Can you count? Oh my gosh. Today is not my night for crafting. I just hit my finger on the glue gun. And I can just add a hanger back to this. And I can even add a little flower down here if I wanted to. So I can put a hanger right back on here. And I need to straighten that L. It's up too high, but I got it. Hi, Kristy. Aren't the barns adorable? I love them. I'm in love with the Dollar Tree barns, y'all. I love them. And this flower is kind of wonky. But I can heat this from behind and go ahead and pop the blocks off and just put a hanger on here, and we could have a little filigree heart as well. I kind of like it with the background, but the background got ruined, so I need to either redo that and put it on here so that it pops off the black, and then put a hanger on the back part, or just put a hanger on the heart part. And it is 7:56. Let me show you a frontal of these so you can get a better shot maybe. What did I do? Where's my... Here we go. So we have this one with no words, just Dollar Tree flowers. You could even add some greenery, even though there's greenery on the flowers. And then we have this You and Me one with the little flower up at the top, and I painted it to make it... There's glue webs everywhere, y'all. You can make it so that it's has that like brushed look on it. I could have even drawn shiplap on this one as well. And then we have this that I'm not so proud of. But I mean, you can see what a hot mess that is. So I used cling wrap. I used cling wrap to try to get it on here. And then when it wasn't working right, I tried to put Mod Podge and it bubbled up like crazy. So I'm going to use the back side. I have like 3 more pieces of this paper. So I'm not giving up yet. I'm going to use the back side. And I know, Kristy, hang in there, because let me tell you, I saw everybody with these barns, right? Everybody was crafting with these barns. And I was like, where's my barns, right? Like, my Dollar Tree totally didn't have the barns. And my husband was like, why do you keep going to Dollar Tree? And I'm like, but the barns. I got to find the barns. And just this week, we got them in. I went live saying, I'm going into Dollar Tree, hoping there's barns. And as I went down the aisle, I could see them all the way down the end of the aisle. And I went crazy. I was like, oh, the barns. So I could try that. I feel like the paper is going to fold over. There's like a really big bubble here. But I could try, because this side's ruined anyway, so why not try, right? But I went in and they were there this week. So check out your Dollar Tree. You may have barns sitting there waiting for you, people, okay? You have to go look for the barns. They are adorable. And they're chunky, so they stand. Oh, I know you can't see that, but they stand. They're so cute. And then the You and Me came in a package of words from Hobby Lobby. And the flowers on this barn, I just drew lines for the shiplap, and the flowers on this one are from the Dollar Tree, the felt ones, not the ones with the little ridges on them, but just the plain felt ones. I missed out on those last year, so I got like 5 or 6 of them this year because I thought they were so pretty. So this does not work. You call it glad wrap. Yeah, I think we call it glad wrap sometimes too. It works wonderfully to preserve your brownies and your watermelon and your broccoli and your whatever else that is. I can't tell. There's a picture on here. It works perfectly. It's a great product, right? But it doesn't work for sticking cardstock down on Dollar Tree wood. I tried. So everybody needs to hop off my live. It is 7:59, and go watch Tammy at Crafty today's not my day, guys. At Crafty Creators Community. And she is with Crafty Peep. And she is up next. You can catch her on her page, which I have a link pinned to the top of this. I did that right. And then after her is... it's also linked in my description because I said it before, but now I don't remember. So it's terrible. 55 on Sunday. Yeah, you lose all your marbles. Anyway, good night, everybody. God bless. Love you. See you on the next live. Bye-bye.